Yo, yo, yo. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you here with me. This is your boy, Mike Money, with the Mike Money Experience. I am here. Special guest. I was supposed to have another guest, but he had things to do. But it's all good, you know what I mean? Still love him. That's still my brother. But anyway, I just wanted to tell y'all that, I got a very special guest. My brother in arms. This is Money Day in the flesh. Um, this is my brother from another mother. We might as well have had the same mother. That's how much this dude is my brother, man. And I just want to give him his flowers and tell him that I love him. Hold on, I'm writing the thing with on Facebook. Damn, I can't write it right now. All right. Let me introduce this right, man. Let me introduce y'all to my brother, my partner. We've been rocking since '08.
Shit, yeah.
Yeah, since '08. This is my brother, man. I got DayDay Smith in the Mike Money Experience for the third episode. I had myself on the first episode with me and Derek. Then I had my wife on the second episode. Love you, Noy. And I got my brother. I love you, DayDay. Thank you for coming, man. Welcome.
Mike Money.
Welcome to the podcast, man.
Mike Money.
Yes, sir. Welcome, man. What's up with you, man?
My
What's
brother
going
from
on?
another mother, man.
What's going on with you, man? Let's get this right, man.
I'm chilling. Yo, when I tell you, bro, literally, my brother from another mother.
Listen.
You hear that saying, right? Like a lot of times you hear that saying. And most people be like, saying it, throwing it out to random people, but like, nah, like it's actually a saying that really means something when you actually say that saying to a person that you be like, damn, like I actually really mean that. Like that's crazy. And like you, Manny, shout out to Manny. Pretty much the only two people that I can say that. Like literally, like if I go to your house right now and your mom not there, she will let me in the house. You know what I mean? Like brother from another mother, like different, like just a little different. Like, bro, I ain't even gonna hold you. We got stories to tell, but just from the beginning, that brother from another mother right there, like you could knock on my mom's door right now and she will let you in the house and I ain't there. And that's what brother from another really means.
But let's say it for real. Like there was times where we could say a statute of limitations is gone. We both got
30,
we both married, got families and everything. You used to sneak out the house and tell your mom that you was coming with me. And then wouldn't tell me until the next morning. Derek, I'm telling you shout out to Derek, the producer of Always. He wouldn't tell me to the next morning, like, yo,
that's because
if my mom call you, tell her that I'm with you. And I would be like, I don't even know your mom got my number.
You do.
He would be like, yo, I'm telling you now, my mom would not let me out the house unless I said I was going with you. And it's like, wow. So now you put me in this predicament. I mean, his mom never called me. Shout out to his mother. I love her also. His mom never called me, but shit like that happened, man.
Mike literally knew the drill. If it came down to a situation where my mom called him and he had to be my alibi, he would have been my alibi. He never got to that point. But a lot of times I would have said, I'm going out with Mike, and my mom would say, is Mike? He's responsible. Okay.
What was all?
I might not have been going out with Mike though, but it just was a way to get me to say yes, you could go outside.
What was my line? I don't even drink soda.
I don't even drink soda.
I did.
And then that shit would work. He would say,
"Let's toast it up real quick."
I didn't even drink. I don't even drink soda. This nigga had the clearest skin. He looked like Pharrell. We in high school. We prepubescent kids. He had no acne.
Now you lying. I had acne, nigga.
Yeah, acne, but no, not like a budding teenager. Like this nigga had clear skin to where like I'm drinking juice and candy. Like you can see that on the person's face. And now that we knowing a little more about life and we drinking water and we got CMOS out here, Dr. Sebi then taught shit. We see the difference. You know, see the motherfucker that been eating steaks all day, for every day versus somebody that's been drinking some water at least.
Right.
At least some water.
So,
some people don't drink water. You realize that? There's some people that don't drink water.
And they be grown-ass men.
Grown-ass men. They water nasty. Or like water is...
But see, people like that deserve to die. If you don't want to drink, if you don't want to drink water, you deserve to die. The fuck
that's facts though, because your body is made out of 75% water. So you literally telling me that you're not willing to drink the actual essence of yourself.
Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
That's like a motherfucker saying, like, oh, I don't drink the essence of myself is sperm. Like, no, nigga, it's literally water. How many percent of sperm is water? Like, you don't even know, but it's a lot.
Right. Well, you know what? Let's get down to the nitty gritty. Let's talk about when we first met. Let's go back, because a lot of people don't know how MoneyDay started. They just know MoneyDay now. They know that we established. We've been through first of all we have is ups. Like the downs people don't know about. We keep that behind closed doors, and we're not going to talk about that on this podcast. And it's never been nothing where we've disrespected each other. Right. It would be something simple like I would have to tell DayDay, this, that, and the third, and he'd be like, Mike, da 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 da, and we left it at that. But we ain't gonna talk. We don't need to talk about that because we've never had a blowout.
No, but like even to talk about that, like you said, we never had a blowout. But we always. You was one of the first people that I've had a conversation with where like I could say like I agree to disagree, and then we just go about our ways about it. Like you don't have like don't have animosity about that situation. Like if I disagree about a situation. You did like we're clashing, but it's like we're gonna speak to each other to where I'm trying to make you understand where I'm coming from. You trying to make me understand where you coming from. If we end up not understanding that's we don't understand it. But it's not like now that I don't understand it, like I don't fuck with you no more. Like it never got to a situation like that. Never got to a situation
on some shit. MoneyDay never had an argument.
Nah, we never argued. We always had common interests. That was the thing. Like we always was talking about a situation that was common, and even if we had like, it was never like we got into a situation where it's like we had to clash. Like nobody ever pit us against each other. It was always like a package. If they see me and you, it was like that's MoneyDay. But if they see Mike by himself and DayDay by himself, they wasn't be like, yo, where Mike at, or like that. Like it was like literally like. These motherfuckers is like a group. It was like kind of like two separate people joining into a group. That shit was crazy.
So how we even met was simple. I was in track 37, and DayDay was in track 2, and in high school I was retarded. But DayDay was like the wild guy of his track. And I had a girlfriend at the time, and she was saying, like, there's this guy that I go to class with. He's like just like you, like just as crazy as you. You got to meet him. And I'm like, who is it? And she was like, his name's DayDay. And I'm like, I've heard the name, but I don't know who this guy is. So she was like, I'm going to introduce you to him at the dance. So we go to, am I telling the truth so far? No, we go to the dance, right? And this nigga is in the dance going crazy, right? And I'm like, this dude is wild. So I was like, wow, he's crazy. I gotta know who this guy is. And we started like clicking from there. And ever since that day, producer Derek, ever since that day, we have clicked and we have not been inseparable since that day. We were best friends from that day on.
Right. So from the other side of the tracks, basically. So like literally, like, so I'm like friends, like, so I'm in a Catholic school with a whole bunch of smart people, right? And like I was in the second and first track classes, and we was in the same classes with the same people because these are smart people that's in school. They always gonna be in the same grades. But it was always chicks that I was cool with because the black chicks was the only chicks really in the class, like to be honest. So I was cool with all the chicks. but they had their own little group amongst themselves. So Mike was just happened to be the boyfriend of one of the girls in the group, and not necessarily one of the girls that I was necessarily cool with, but I was cool with like 3 to 4 girls in the group. So they was like, you actually cool with all of us because
the UN. Shout out to the UN.
Shout out to the UN. Everybody, if you was in the UN, you know. So, and I was like, all right, cool. Like, that's cool. I'll meet Mike. So I met Mike and we really like hit it off after that. But then like, it wasn't until we got into like not dealing with the UN and actually having to be cool together that we was really cool together. Hey, you pull up.
What does UN stand for in this case?
What'd you say, Derek?
What does UN stand for?
UN stands for United Nations because it was 2 black girls, a Vietnamese girl, a white girl, 2 white girls.
Like 3 black girls,
Vietnamese
girl. Yeah. So like they had a group back in the high school. It was a whole bunch of different ethnicities within the group, like the clique.
Yeah.
And they would call themselves the UN, like the United Nations, because it was multiple ethnicities within the group. So that's why they was the UN. But they was like, it was a lot of smart chicks within that group. But they was my homies because they was like kind of still hip and within like that track of like bunch of weirdos, basically. We was weirdos, but we was still smart. But it was like to a situation where I got to a point where I wanted to have more homies within the high school, but I never was in classes until it got to like our economics classes where it was like a mixed track. So we was all cool. But then before that, it was like we were just in classes with the same people over and over and over again. These are the same smart people. They both learn. And then Mike literally was like that spark where he was like, we gonna have some fun. We like these classes is gonna be hilarious. We be tripping, like we be fucking cracking jokes. This is the fun part. So I was like, I was with it. I was ready to do some shit like that. And this wasn't until like my junior year. So I was like, shit, man, I've been waiting to do this shit in high school since I started high school. You know what I mean? So it was kind of lit. And then we started making music just based off the music situation is a whole different crazy. Like,
I don't even know how that even started. You remember how that started? All right, you tell that story because I don't remember how that started.
So it was field day.
Oh, okay. I didn't know it started then.
It was field day.
And you had a water bottle.
Every year we had a field day.
You had a water bottle full of vodka.
Statute of limitation. I had a water bottle full of vodka.
And he was drunk as a motherfucker.
I was drunk as shit. And they gave us like free Wawa, like iced teas or something. And I was drunk and I was lacing people with the iced teas. Some people was laced, but I was just drinking iced tea, clear water, straight vodka. So I'm drunk. They had a camera out there. Shout out to my boy Wayne Shaw. My boy had a camera out there. He documented the whole situation. They're probably still on YouTube. I can't find a link, but it's still on YouTube. He documented the whole thing. I pull up. I'm like, yo, bro, what you want me to do? He's like, yo, you got some bars? I'm like, I got some bars. Like, I never rapped on camera before, ever, before that day. But I've been around rappers. My uncle rapper, shout out to DJ N.I. And I just been in studios and shit. And I had like kind of bars to myself. Like everybody got bars to themselves. But literally I freestyle. So I go in there, I start to like,
first of all, I'm in the beginning of the video, but I leave right before you start rapping.
He walks out of the frame, and then I walked into the frame, and I start talking. Mike walks out of the frame. He didn't even know like what was going on.
I didn't.
I start rapping, and one of the we went to Catholic school, so one of the nuns came behind me and heard me curse, and she was about to stop the whole thing. So I said, no, I could do it without cursing. And he was like, what? Like, you gonna rap without cursing? I rapped for about 4 to 5 minutes without cursing, just like rapping about school, like elementary. It was good. It was like actually funny. Freestyling. Trey actually heard me. DJ Trey. Shout out to Trey. Trey actually heard me. Trey was like, yo, we be making music. Me and Mike be making tracks, we be recording, you gotta come to the studio. And that day, drunk, I go to the studio
No.
Tracks.
Wait. You gotta tell what happened when we was going into the studio. You don't remember.
So the dance, I remember. The dance is kind of what started the fact that you knew that we made songs, and that's not even the fact that you remember. Because the dance is where I came up with "I Want to Hit That Ass from the Back Without a Rubber."
That's when you sung that.
I came up with
what now? Say wait. What? What's the name of the song?
But when because remember I had the car.
He had the car.
So when we jumped out, we parked in front of Trey's house, and Trey had a tree in front of his house, and it had yellow.
It had like pink cherry.
It was pink cherry, and he was like, "Yo, I don't want to step on these joints," and I'm like, "What are you talking about?
It was too delicate."
He was like, "Yo, these joints are so beautiful, man. This is the most beautiful." And he was going in on how beautiful.
Philly, and the motherfucking flowers is falling off of the trees.
He was going in on how beautiful.
And the way that the leaves just laid out on the floor,
and
on the ground.
I'm like, nigga, would you step out the car, man, and stop fucking playing?
I didn't even want to step on the sanctity of the flowers, but then he started laughing because that was just hilarious. And then from there, the whole day
we recorded like 3 songs.
Yeah, we recorded like 3 songs that day, and we cracking up the whole time. But then we came up with "I Want to Hit That Ass from the Back Without a Rubber." I literally came up with that song in at the dance.
Mm-hmm.
It was based on actual character. It's actually a situation. Like I was actually just screaming it out loud, but it was like it had a beat to it. And then like afterwards, I would go onto like any floor. Like the Catholic school only had 3 floors. We went to West Catholic. Shout out to West Catholic.
Really 4 floors if you count the basement.
Yeah, you count the basement, had 4 floors. But any floor, I would go to any floor. Say my class is on the 3rd floor. I would go to the 2nd floor on my way to class, and I would just scream, "I wanna," and run up the steps. And everybody else on the floor would be like, "Hit that ass from the back without a rubber."
He's not lying.
Because it was a slapper. Before we even recorded it, because it was a slapper. And that was like a memorable dance.
All right,
Hey,
so
this is y'all song together?
yeah, we've actually did this song like 3 times.
Oh shoot!
Yeah, we did this on 3 times. We performed it tonight on live. I didn't do my verse because it was the Mike's verses, but yeah, we performed the hook earlier today.
And I killed G. I killed G. But anyway,
they said noise about to pop up.
So what you want to talk about now? You want to talk about prom and then go to the summer of 09 because
we gotta go prom.
We gotta go prom because the summer of 09, literally from the time that we graduated to the time that he went to college, we saw each other every day.
Cemented.
Okay.
I had a girlfriend and I saw DayDay more than I saw her at the time. And I'm not lying. But anyway.
I believe you.
Anyway, so prom comes, right? I see DayDay. I'm dancing with DayDay, and full disclosure, I'm dancing with DayDay's date more than I'm dancing with my own date.
Facts.
At my prom, right?
So she didn't even go to the school.
So she didn't even go to the school. So the next day was the next day when we went to Dorney Park.
The next day.
So I'm an early bird, right?
Mm-hmm.
You don't know that yet, DayDay, but I mean DayDay, Derek, but I'm an early bird, right? If
Don't you be up at like 4:00?
If a place opens up at 10, I want to be there at 9:50.
Oh, that's what you mean. I got you.
On time.
I got you.
So Mike
tell
is big on
tell the Dorney Park story.
Mike is big
from
on
the beginning, nigga.
So, like, I'm also big on punctuality. Like, my mom is a military mom, so she one of those moms that's like, if you're late, you on time. If you're on time, you're late, type of deal. So I was always on time. Mike would always call me like, "Yo, I'm on my way to your house. I'll be there at 10." At 9:50, I'm ready to walk out the door. And he would not expect it. He would be like, "Yo, I'm outside," and he would be like still pulling up. But he's expecting me to like be like fidgeting and grabbing stuff. Because and literally when he be like, "Yo, I'm outside," I'm looking out the window.
I'm an on-time freak.
Right. And when I'm looking out the window, like looking out the door for him to pull up. And when he would pull up to my house, I would open the door, lock the door, and run out the steps and get in the car and we pull off. And he ain't got to wait. He ain't got to park. He ain't got a nothing. And he was like, damn, like that's crazy. And we would like go.
That's why I fucked with him.
We would get in the car. We would go to anybody's house that was around.
Nigga, yo.
Anybody on Facebook,
anybody.
On MySpace that was saying that you was around.
If you say you was bored and we knew your address.
If you say you was bored, you said I'm chilling, I'm outside, pull up, any of that, we would pull up at your spot.
Where Kurt at? Kurt got to tell the Ashley story.
Yep, we would chill with you.
We gotta get Kurt.
And then we would go to somebody else's spot, or we would end up at Mike's spot playing basketball or playing 2K or some shit.
Derek, we went to a whole graduation party that we weren't invited to. And we were the stars of the graduation party. Oh, we weren't even invited.
I remember that.
We had to take my man cousin Kurt to the party. He wasn't getting there without us, right?
He wasn't getting there.
And I told him, I said, there's no way you're walking into this party without us walking in with you. We know this chick, right?
She graduated with us.
She was DayDay's friend.
She was in the UN. She actually was one of the homies that I knew from the UN that was besides your girlfriend that was actually the reason why I was cool with y'all.
Right.
And the crazy part about the whole situation was Kurt asked us for a ride. Well, you for a ride because you had a car.
No. But he asked me for a ride and didn't want to tell me who would the party.
Right. That's what I was
remember, I was like,
he didn't want to tell you who the party was for.
I was like, well, whose party is it?
Right.
And then he finally was like, it's Ashley, bro. And I said, oh, we all going. I said, I'm picking up. Was you already there or did I pick you up?
I feel like I was at your house I feel like we got Kurt. It was me and you already in the crib.
All right.
We went and got Kurt.
Fast forward. Now we can talk about the summer. Literally, Derek, I would wake up, call DayDay and be like, you up? He'd be like, yeah. I would pick him up. I would pick him up. And we would go back to my house and we would wait. We would wait around until someone said, Kurt coming down the stairs. We would wait. Kurt, come here, Kurt. We would wait around until someone said that they was home. Kurt, because you got to vouch for the story because niggas think we liars. Just sit right here. Sit right here. Because you know, you remember this. Say hello to everybody, Kurt. Say hello to everybody.
Kurt.
All right. This my
fucking Ice Cube fro.
This my cousin Kurt. All right, Kurt. Tell us if we vouch for the story. You was not here when we were just telling the story.
No.
Okay. It was the summer of 2009, the beginning of the summer. Yep. I'm not going to say why I know it's the beginning of the summer, but okay, this what happened. You called me and said, Mike, I need a ride to this party. I said, what party? You said, you said I can't tell you who it is because if I tell you who it is, you're going to crash the party. I said, Kurt, I'll take you to the party, but you're going to tell me who this party is for. And you was like, I can't tell you, but can you take me? Because I got no other way to get there. I said, I'm coming, but DayDay's coming with me. And you said, oh, shit. And when I pulled up, DayDay was with me. Am I lying?
True.
And when you got in the car, I said, where are you going? And you said, I'm going to Ashley's graduation party. Yes. And I told you verbatim, we're all going to Ashley's party. You think you're just going, we're all going. Did I not say that?
Yep.
When we got to the party, did it not turn into from Ashley's party to y'all?
Thank you.
To y'all party. It turned from her party to our party.
That's simple. I got pictures.
Videos. There's me. I was singing Cisco in her backyard. I was singing Cisco in her backyard.
Accurate.
Facts.
Accurate. Turned her party out. Party.
Derek
had a whole bunch of track one people.
Kurt would never lie for me. He knows that party turned from her party to my party.
Kurt gets the kick out of making Mike look like a fool. If any time Kurt gets the chance to make Mike look like a fool, he gonna take it.
Right.
It don't happen often, so he's gonna try to fabricate a reason.
Right.
So at that situation, it was like perfect layup, but he couldn't because it's not true. It's a fact. we was literally just minding our business before Kurt hit you up and said that he needed a ride. We was probably in that crib playing 2K or some shit.
The summer of 09 was so crazy. Literally every day I was with this nigga.
Nigga Mike,
Monday through Friday.
Mike had the whip. So no,
I had the whip and the money. I had the whip and the money.
Not even summer 09. Even at in 09 when we would like go to school. So I would like catch the bus. I would get on the G. Shout out to the G. Everybody know the G be late.
Shout out to the G.
Everybody know the G be late. Sometimes I could get on the little 410. Y'all don't even know about the 410. But if I got on the G, I would have to get on the G, and then sometimes I would get on the L. If I get on the L, I can get right off on 46th Street, West Catholic right there. Sometimes I would wait, and I would just walk up the street. Mike would be pulling up Chestnut, and he would see me at a like bus stop,
and I would
if I'm waiting at the bus stop, I was like walking, he would stop, he would pull up, but like, yo, cuz, what's good? Get in, and he would drive me to school, but like, not like driving to school. It's a car full of people.
Yeah, like
it's already he had an Infinity. It's already 5 people in the car. He would be like, yo, DayDay right there. Yo, we about to pull. I'm sitting on people's lap up like from fucking 50th to 46th and like Chestnut, at least. And he pulling up just like, yo, you gonna come with me for 50 seconds? Because that's what I would get.
I'd be like lay across people's lap.
He'd be like, yo, just walk, just sit out there. Just, yo, you going to the same place we going. I saw you going there. We out. And like from there, I'm like, yo, like if I had a whip, I would be doing the same shit. Sometimes I would do the same shit. Mm-hmm. So it was like crazy that I'm like, yo, this guy here has that same mentality. Like some people don't have that human like feel. Like some people don't care for people. Like
we the same sign, so that's
man care. Like definitely like, that Aquarius.
First of all,
sticks out.
Derek, we was going to Atlantic City every other week, and we wasn't even 21 yet. Then when we did turn 21, I wish Brand was here. We used to sneak Brand into the slot tables and fucking remember that.
Yo, when Revel first opened, and they was all shouting it out because Hov and Beyonce was promoting it.
We went the day. We went the day Woody had a birthday party,
right?
And remember, we went there drunk. We was lit. Out.
Woody had a party in AC.
And I was playing the Yeezus album.
We went to AC playing Yeezus. We went to AC. We driving out the AC just because Woody having his joint. But Revel was opening like around that same time. They had like a soft opening. It was kind of open. So we go out there. We talking to Woody. We chilling. We went to the beach. We did all of this at the beach.
I don't know, bro.
We go to Revel and like. Brand is like, I'm scared because I don't want to play, and they going to try to
nigga, play.
Get me. I was like sitting there. We didn't really know about the casino because we was just 21.
We was young.
We was just 21, so we like, I don't even know what the fuck to do. Like, if you hit it big, we don't even know what's gonna happen. So we had the slots. We playing the slots.
We playing penny slots. Yeah.
He started actually winning. Brand was the only person winning.
I think
he illegal. He the only person winning.
I lost like $40.
So he out there winning, and we like, oh shit, how is he gonna get his money? Because once it cash out, you gotta start doing a joint. But at Revel, they had like the little automatic cash out.
Yeah, they had an automatic
ticket
joint
and shit.
So he ended up getting like $30.
So he ended up getting like $30 just giving the ticket up. He ain't had to give no ID. He ain't had no big bread, so it was fine. But if he made some big bread, he would have had to give his ID up. Yeah. They would have been like, yo, we would have probably showed our ID to get his money. Mm-hmm. But it was like, we didn't know what was going on.
But he would have had to cut me some.
Yeah, he would. If I just gave my ID, he would have had to give me $20, $30.
All right. Let's talk about,
that's a foul.
Let's talk about the, remember my epic cookout that I had in my backyard when everybody was in my fucking backyard?
Part two, part
I was
three.
like, it was a lot.
Nigga.
Part one, part two, part three.
And no, remember, and it was the BET Award.
Part
Yeah,
one.
for part one,
Yeah, it was part one.
Part one.
Michael
Some
Jackson
pictures and
had
stuff.
Michael Jackson had just died.
Mhm.
And literally half the fucking class was in my backyard.
Yes.
And me and you had the microphone because you bought your pop speakers.
Yes.
And we had the microphones.
So my dad's a DJ, and I actually was a DJ. Like before I even went to high school, I was a DJ in grade school. I used to DJ, like my dad had like little gigs, like little weddings, or like not even weddings, but like little like birth reveals, just little stuff.
Your dad did bar mitzvahs, nigga.
I ain't not bar mitzvahs, but like baby showers.
He did nigga mitzvahs.
Yeah, nigga mitzvahs. I guess at that point, nigga mitzvahs, baby showers, kids' 16 birthday parties, and he would always hit me up and be like, "What's the hit music? Like, what's the music to play?" So he would give me like an hour. He would teach me how to mix, and he would give me an hour to just play the up to beat music, the shit that was out now. And at that point, it was like Beyonce, like, you know, Single Ladies, like all of that. And he would be like, okay, since you could do this, people would come up to him like, oh, can you do a party for me? And he would like throw me extra parties. So I was like, at that point, I was a DJ. Like, fuck that. I was getting money off of being a DJ. In grade school, before I even met Mike, before I was in high school. So when Mike had his party, it was like
all I asked you to do is bring some speakers.
He said, "Yo, you got some speakers where I can like play some music and like have that shit popping." I brought the whole shit, like it was a gig. I bring the whole shit. So
this nigga brought microphones.
I had the microphones. I had the speaker
and I'm like,
towers.
what the fuck we gonna do? You said, yo, MC, and I was like,
Yeah.
okay. And me and this nigga was the MC
Yeah,
at my party.
basically.
Literally, niggas was running down my block because you couldn't park on my street. I still got the pictures. We literally had 1.50 people in my backyard
From the
on Osage Avenue.
It's one of them old like Baldwin Hills parties or what?
Man, Baldwin Hills was.
No, this was.
If Mike had a
Kurt.
pool in his backyard, it might have been.
That
Baldwin
shit was
Hills.
lit, wasn't it?
If Mike, but we had a basketball court, and we wasn't playing
Nah,
ball.
Baldwin Hills had some. They had some professional.
No, but it was niggas in my basement
Bro.
that I wasn't even cool with. I wasn't even cool
My
with
bro-
these niggas, and they was at my house.
Mike had a party in his basement. Mike had a party in his basement. Like, so if the BET Awards played at the same night that this man had his
Dog.
barbecue.
I didn't even know my girlfriend was there. Yo was like, yo,
She was
she's
there
in here.
and Pete.
And I'm
It was
like,
so many people
yo,
there.
it was so many
So,
folks in this
It was
joint.
people just pulling in as we was watching the show. We was in the front. People would come down to his basement and just filter in. But we
No,
was playing weed.
Other people got jealous, so they came to the second one.
Yo, it was 100 people in that
Bro.
basement. It was so hot in that basement. I wish
It
Brand was
wasn't
there.
100 people.
Because
in there.
Brand
It
was
like
the
50
youngest
people
person
there.
in there. Brand was the youngest person in there. And he was like, yo, this shit is crazy. You really got half the school in this joint. I was like, I told you.
Our class was very small, so like
it
that's
was
the
only
thing.
99 of us.
We only graduated about 102.
It was 99 because Matt
and
Never
99.
mind, I'm not gonna
We only graduated about 100 people, and 100 people graduated. 99 walked. Let's just say that. Let's just say that.
This nigga ain't pay his tuition.
fallen
Oh,
soldiers.
cheap ass nigga.
Fallen soldiers.
Oh, cheap ass nigga ain't pay
But-
his tuition. Oh, finna ain't.
But
He
we was
finna
in
ain't pay
the,
his tuition.
we was in the situation where we had a Catholic school, small class. The cool people was gonna come to your party.
And I want, yo, that's the
And
crazy
Mike
part.
wasn't even-
I wasn't even cool.
But you was funny though.
Right. All the
And you
everybody,
had the- No.
everybody fuck with me because I was
Let's talk
funny.
about this. Let's talk about this.
Talk
It
about
wasn't necessarily about the fact that we was always together in classes because we didn't have classes together.
We've never had a class.
It was about homeroom
oh my god.
because my homeroom teacher,
First of
Miss
all,
Elliott, shout out Miss Elliott, she was always late to work. She was a
First
teacher
of
that was
all-
always late to work.
first of all,
He had Mr. Brady, shout out to Mr. Brady.
I was the
president
That's
of
wild.
West Catholic probably
Kurt,
right now.
Kurt.
He's that nigga.
Kurt, real quick.
He's a white guy.
Bro,
Teach
hold up.
a student later.
Hold on, real quick. I was the greatest homeroom student of all time. Niggas was flocking. Niggas was coming to school early.
So come to homeschool and listen to
Kurt,
Mike.
am I lying?
Mike.
Am I lying, Kurt?
Listen to
Niggas
Mike
was
Mike.
coming to home. Niggas was coming to homeroom early just to hear me say some shit.
And it wasn't literally.
Am I lying, Kurt?
It was literally because you used to bring me to school sometimes. He would bring me to school sometimes, and I would go to my class, and it was right down the hallway, and my teacher wasn't there.
Right.
And every time they would be like, yo, if your teacher ain't there, go to the closest homeroom in your grade that's next to
And
it.
he should have never
And
did
his shit
that.
was right down the hallway. His shit was right down the hallway. I would go down there to Mr. Brady's homeroom class until my teacher pulled up into school. And this guy is joking the whole
At 6:30,
time.
at 6:30 in the morning,
In the air.
I am having a roast session.
He's roasting people.
Y'all have home at 6:30?
Accurate.
I would
slang. He's roasting people. Like
Why you like this?
At
he's
6:30
roasting like honor students with big book bags. If you had a big book bag, he roasting you. You shouldn't have had a big book bag on.
Yeah, those big book bags were drawing though.
Especially when we was like high school, like when we was like junior year. Why do you got a big book? Senior year, if you had a big book bag, we don't have no classes. Why do you got a big ass book bag on your back?
Yeah,
Six
that's kind of drawing.
I had 8.
I wish
That's
I
because
wish
I was trying to
I
stay
wish-
in the top 20.
I wish
My mom was like, "You gonna take these classes?"
I wish Kurt wasn't so shy and he would hop on the mic because he would tell you how I should have been voted class funny
clown or
class-
funniest.
funniest dude of the year,
They
right?
gave that shit to Mike.
And
Who
they-
they get that shit to? Matt Bush.
That shit done. Get
That
those.
shit's empty.
Yeah, get those. There's something in the freezer. Kurt told me. Now Kurt is family, right, Derek? Like I've known Kurt like damn near all my life since the 90s. So I've known him that long. This
Okay.
nigga Kurt gonna let these fucking students outvote me as the funniest kid in the class. Me, Kurt, get your ass over here. He gonna let them niggas outvote me. And you know me. What's up?
His class.
No, shut up.
No, I was in the yearbook. I was in the yearbook committee too.
No, shut up. I called Kurt and I said,
They
Kurt,
fucked you up.
I said, Kurt, you're not. I said you're not gonna. I said you're not gonna recount. Kurt said to me, no lie. He said, Mike, I swear to God, I did the recount myself, and they outvoted you, bro. And I was so fucking hurt because I said these niggas will flock to my homeroom to see me fucking put on a show, a free show. And they didn't vote me as the class clown of the year? Are you fucking serious? When they was coming to my homeroom? Yo,
So why you blaming him? Why
Yo,
you
I
blaming
was
him?
so hurt.
It's not even a
hurt.
lie though.
I was
Like so
hurt.
I had a homeroom.
Kurt, am I lying? Didn't that call happen?
I had a homeroom
All right.
that my teacher was always late. Like I was saying, my teacher was always late to work. So I don't know if she just lived far or she was just one of those type of teachers. She might have smoked weed before she got to work. I don't know, but she was always late to work. So when she would pull up, finally she would come to Mike's homeroom, Mr. Brady's class, to get all of her kids because we was right up the hallway. But she would know, like, okay, y'all, I'm here, and she would walk up. But until then, me and Mike is literally like geeking. And it wasn't until that day, Mike is in there roasting this dude, Jeremiah. I don't know where Jeremiah. I don't know where Jeremiah is.
Oh my God.
I don't know what Jeremiah is doing.
Oh my God.
Right now.
No.
in this world. But he's roasting Jeremiah. Jeremiah gave him the finger.
This nigga Jeremiah told me he was gonna kill me.
And he said, I'm gonna kill you. And Mike said, I never forget this shit. Mike said, nigga, you a bitch. I said, he just said he was going to kill you. He said, nigga, you a bitch. gonna lay a track on you.
And
Wait. Who said that to who though?
Mike says that to the guy that says, I'm going to kill you. After he's roasting him for a good 10 minutes. He was roasting him about his book bag. He was roasting him about the fact that
Mike, you was a bully.
Quiet guy. He was like one of those guys that like was kind. I don't know if he was shy, but like if he
I shouldn't have been talking about this.
He shouldn't have been talking about it. He was like one of the type of guys that could have shot up the school.
So Mike, you was a bully.
No, I was bullying this kid.
He was bullying this kid. Like, and it wasn't even necessarily like malicious. It wasn't like I'm gonna beat you up. Like it was just like, why are you smart and I'm not smart? It was just like,
wow.
It was just like,
wow.
Why do you care about high school and I don't care because I was just being funny and I'm gonna learn. I mean, grade school, I don't give a fuck. But it was just like that. But like the kid didn't like. He didn't have that like you're picking on me and I don't understand it mode. Like so, he just like got real mad at Mike and was just like, Like, he didn't say nothing. He just gave him like no fingers, none. He just gave him like, And I seen him do it. And I said, oh shit, Mike, he gave you the middle finger. We gotta lay a track on this nigga. That was the first thing I said.
And literally, we made a song about this nigga that day.
We made a song about that day. That day, we made a song up about him and his homie. We made 2 separate songs, but we made one song about his homie and him because it was him and his homie was like, yeah, like fuck Mike. Like he was just like, he was tired of it too because he wore the same jean jacket to every fucking tag day. He was just mad. And that was just a problem.
Mad. They was mad because I was coming in there, coming at them every day.
Mike would be roasting people.
And it finally got to the head where niggas was coming just to hear me come at these niggas. So they got mad. And once they got mad, I got to the point where I was like, well, I'm going to just make a song about y'all.
Shout out to Cacti.
And that's going to last forever. And it was like, and DayDay was just like, fuck it, I'm with it. And it was like,
and it's crazy because Mike used to be dissing people. He'd be like, yo, we dissing this person. And I'll be like,
DayDay be like, I'm actually cool with this nigga.
I actually know this person, but I'm gonna be with, because I'm cool. I'm cooler with you than I am with this person. If I burn this bridge with that motherfucker, you was cool enough to be like, fuck it.
That was the thing. That's why I always loved DayDay, because DayDay would be like, I'll burn a bridge with somebody else. I'm not burning a bridge with you though. Like, I'll burn a bridge.
That's a saying.
So Mike, you're the game.
That's a saying, bro. I'll burn a bridge with you. What you need?
Hit return.
I'll burn a bridge with you. Like literally. I'll burn a bridge with you.
Yeah.
Because like
they won't burn a bridge with me. We got way too much history.
There's no way that somebody could say some shit. Like, look, yo, it like so. This crazy story. This ain't even. This is some shit off the books. I don't even know if you know that. So, I got married when I was 23 years old. I'm married. I'm like in JC Penney's or some shit, shopping for like bedding and house stuff with my wife for our first house. I get a call or a text message from some said person.
I don't know this story.
That literally is like killing my character. It was like, I heard you were saying something about me that was not true. And I was like, wait, what did you hear that was, said about you that I said that was not true? Right? And the shit that I heard that was said was like visceral. It was like a lie, for a blatant lie, one. But then it was like, I heard it from somebody that know you enough to tell me. And I was like, I don't know nobody that know you that know me except for Mike. And I literally automatically crossed Mike off the list. I was like, I know it wasn't Mike. So like, who the fuck was talking about me and making lies up?
Mhm.
And till this day, this person still probably don't like fuck with me because of the situation. But I don't know what it was. Somebody literally lied on my dick. Like we're gonna say this on the podcast. Somebody lied on my dick on me. Said that I fucked somebody that I did not have sexual relations with, and told me that called me like, oh, you was putting my name in your mouth. And I said,
I know who you're talking about.
I said, I never said it.
Ask the question, Derek.
So y'all 50 Cent in the game if they didn't break up.
Huh?
Y'all 50 Cent in the game if they didn't break up.
Yeah, because it was some shit. Here's the thing, right?
I made the cash.
Me and DayDay have way too much history, way too much. We are very straightforward, right? So if I was to say something, I would tell DayDay before I say it.
Mhm.
Or I'm the type of person I would say it in front of DayDay, right? So for something to be said to
was
him,
a situation where I just knew that he wouldn't say
I wouldn't have said that. I wouldn't have
me
said that
because it wasn't true.
Yeah, I wouldn't have said that.
I never even told him about
I wouldn't
what was said about me because it wasn't true. So the stuff that was said about me was actually a lie. One. And the two part was like, I never told nobody about this lie because it was a lie. Yeah. So if I told him about it, it was like, even if he told somebody about the situation, they would have then had to fabricate it so long to where it was like, it wasn't even Mike's story.
I wouldn't even
I knew
know
it wasn't
story.
him. Because like, that's my guy. And I was like, bro, he wouldn't say that. But the fact that somebody lied on my dick about somebody that me and him mutually knew, and I said, bro, that didn't never happen. And I told the girl that it didn't never happen, but I'm shopping for fucking bed sheets with me and my new marital wife, and I'm shopping for bed sheets, and I see this text message coming through, and it blew my shit. And I was like, I can't believe that this is actually happening to me. So I hit Mike up. Like, I was like, Mike, who the fuck would know that I even talked to this person in real life? He was like, bro, I don't know. And like I said, I don't need, and I know who it was. And I ain't even gonna say their name on this line right now.
Don't say it in my ear. That what? Oh, okay.
I don't know who it was, but I know who it was.
I know who it is.
And that's what I'm saying. I'm like, bro.
But that's because
that was his occupation as a lifestyle coach in life. That's his until this day. Yeah. And that's
why is you hollering?
I'm sorry.
Because he on the mic.
But like, who's in the background? Who told him not to start yelling?
So when it happened, I was in a situation where I was like,
who was that told him he was yelling?
Am I loud, bro?
You're fine. I just was wondering who told you was loud.
Oh, that was
Taiba. She just hating. She's hating.
Give me all that.
She said you ain't. She said you ain't come over, Derek. So bye.
I didn't know I was supposed to be over.
You've could have came every other weekend. We gonna probably have something.
Okay.
Get out of here. I was like, no.
Keep talking, Derek.
Give me all that motherfucking
get some order,
cash back.
Someone noticed your background, by the way, in my lifetime.
Oh, yeah. I got my vinyl back there. Oh, I'm waiting for it was written. I'm putting that right next to it.
I need to ask y'all questions real quick.
If we want to switch up the whole conversation of the podcast, we could do that.
What's that?
Me and this nigga in connections with Hove.
First of all, we would listen to anything Hove any day of the week.
That was a number one reason why that we clicked. Because it wasn't like we had some of the same musical tastes. This dude is a whole fanatic, as you guys know from the cast, anything. He's a whole fanatic. I am also a whole fanatic, but not as much as him. I loved Hove like I had volume 2 and up. This motherfucker was Reasonable Doubt and up. And my dad was a DJ. And I used to listen to Reasonable Doubt, like spin some shit from there. 22 Twos was like one of my favorite whole songs. So when he told me, he was like, yo, you gotta like listen to this joint. You gotta listen to this joint. And we would be like vibing off a Hove. That's what kind of cemented our shit because it didn't even matter about what other people was talking about. We had that Hove connection where we would be like, yo, Hove just dropped this. You heard that shit? Like when Hove was dropping shit like all the time, like Blueprint 2, Blueprint 3, like that's was like actually cool. So it was like, yo, you heard that shit? You heard Hove say this shit? You heard her say this shit? And that's when it was kind of like a little different. And we were still making music during that time. So we would like do some Hove shit. And we could never really do a whole track because it would be like, we love Hove so much. We would be like saying his verse like in the beat. So we would be like, we would do every other person verse, but like when it came to Hove and Cameron, I don't know why this nigga couldn't do Old Boy to save his life because he always kept saying like girls was boys because it was like boy, oh boy, and he was like he said my mom is a boy, the girl is a boy, like he couldn't get to the fact that he would just old boy was the actual situation, but like yeah, like. But we would like make songs and it would just be like a situation where it's like I'm trying to get to a point where I was rapping because my uncle rapped, this nigga rapped. I actually had bars, but I still to this day could say that I'm hotter than a lot of rappers that's out. But I never had that feeling to be a rapper. Like I never like was like, yo, I want to be a rapper. Like I want to be out there doing shows and all of that. That was never my thing. So like when Mike was like, yo, we do music, like we do songs. I'm like, I'll do songs. Like if somebody say it's hot, it's hot. Like, but I'll never feel like I would get to like the upper echelon where I'm like, yo, doing shows with people. Like I'm just thinking like we doing this shit just to like do this shit. And Mike would be like, yo, we're gonna go to the studio, we're gonna do 6 to 8 tracks. And I'm like, huh? Nigga, like I've seen people say they was in the studio and did one track and it took 3 hours. How long you trying to be in there? He like, yo, no, we gonna do 6 to 8 tracks. We only gonna be there for like an hour and a half.
An hour and a half?
An hour and a half.
Did you ever had the songs constructed in your head or something?
Go into Trey's house and we would say, Trey, play a beat. And we would literally freestyle from the beat. I would rap off of the beat. Sometimes I never heard the song. Like I never heard the song. Like I'd be like this ain't what you want. Like the song, like this ain't what you want. That song, I never heard the song a day in my life.
I still never heard it.
I rapped off of the beat, right? No, but it was crazy because like I rapped off of the beat. A couple weeks later, I heard the song. I wrote off of the beat. Like I actually wrote like bars that went like this ain't what you want. Like actually verses that went with the beat. And they was like, oh, you already did that song. I said, wait, what? This joint right here is off of This Ain't What You Want beat. I said,
we was before our time.
God damn, I didn't even hear the song.
No,
when I freestyle off of the song, I didn't say nothing about This Ain't What You Want.
All right.
But like on the next song that I had that was like This Ain't What You Want, I said sticky like a blunt, something like that. Like it wasn't on that verse, like because I didn't know.
Let me get some order in here because we never got to the Dorney Park story. When it was after prom. And we woke up and I called you. I said, we going to Dorney Park? You said, yeah, nigga, I just got to pick. I ain't going to say her name.
Yeah.
And I said, I got to pick my girl up at the time up. And we going to go to Dorney Park.
Thanks.
And we went to Acme on State Road. Because I said, they got coupons. Come on. And you came there and you had a picnic basket. I'll never forget you had a picnic basket. And you was like, yo, my mom said, put some shit in this picnic basket and let's go to Dorney Park.
Cooler. My
And
mom
you
was
told
one of them
the-
people. She had
And
a cooler.
you told this story. You told the next part of the story on the 30 for 30 about
Yeah,
me,
30 for 30.
which I appreciate, my
I
brother,
definitely
because I
yeah.
love you.
Yes,
but that
definitely.
shit made me
On
cry.
30 for 30. Bro,
And
I
you,
ain't gonna watch. I watched you watching it. That shit made me cry.
and you told the story about nigga. I went 100 miles an hour trying to
Bro.
lose your ass on purpose,
Bro,
and you found me.
I
And
never
was like,
forget
what
this
the
shit.
fuck?
so I'm with this chick,
That's good.
No,
and I'm sitting there in the situation like
they won the game. They won the game.
I don't
They won the game.
I don't know
UCLA.
like what's gonna happen with this. It was like after college, it was the after high school like summer. And it was just
It was
like
right after
whatever
prom.
happened.
It was right after
that was
prom.
my prom date for her prom and his prom and in our prom. And like Mike said earlier in the podcast, she was lit. She was the life of the party versus.
She was the life
And
of the
she
party.
didn't go to school because she would dance with anybody because she didn't care. She didn't have a date besides me. And I told her you could dance with anybody that you want here because I don't care.
She was the life of the
So
party.
she had a good time versus everybody that just trying to dance with just they date and all of that shit. So it was lit. So we go to Dorney Park. The whole summer I'm with her. We was like going everywhere. Mike says, this is before like GPS on your phone. And
I literally had a
Siri.
map quest.
My boy had Map
I had
Quest.
map quest.
My boy had Map Quest.
Printed out.
With the instructions to Dorney Park. So I'm like, all right, bro, I'ma just follow you. Right? Cool. As understood, we gonna follow him.
I tried to lure this nigga on purpose.
I'm in a Subaru. My aunt let me hold her whip.
The famous
She rented
Subaru.
a car. She rented a car for my prom weekend and let me borrow her car so she could drive the rental car to go to work and all of that, whatever. So she would let me drive her car that was insured instead of letting me drive the rental car. So I'm driving her car. Mike says I'm driving. He always had a car, his own shit. Infiniti, driving forever. Going to Jersey all the time because his sister lived there. So his mom got him a handy dandy fucking Easy Pass. So this guy has the Easy Pass before motherfuckers have the Easy Pass. We driving, we getting it in, we doing about 90 all the time. Easy Pass come on because we going to Dorney Park, so we get on the turnpike.
Mm-hmm.
This guy gets an Easy Pass lane.
Gone.
Boom.
I'm gone.
I said, I don't have Easy Pass. What the fuck am I going to do? I'm waiting in line, sitting there in traffic. I'm like, I gotta catch this motherfucker the whole time.
This nigga caught
Pay my little $4 in toll, whatever the toll was. And when I hit that toll, yeah, because we was on the turnpike, so we went a couple of exits. I hit that motherfucker so fast. I said, I gotta catch this motherfucker because if I don't catch him by the time he get off the exit, and I don't see like a sign that say Dorney Park, I might be lost.
Yeah, he's
like at that point,
we
I might
ain't
be
bubble
lost.
fucking. That's
I might be lost. So I'm like gunning it. I'm doing 120. Literally, I remember doing at least 120, trying to catch him. I'm weaving back and forth.
He was weaving
around
through
cars.
traffic.
I see the Infiniti. I said, "It's no way I court this motherfucker." I'm thinking it's somebody else shit. I said, "There's no way I court him." The girl that was in the passenger seat, she is from the hood. She was thorough. She didn't really give a fuck. But at one point in time, she was even scared. Like it was like serious. Mike doing his own shit. At this point, he not even speeding. I pull up to the side of him. I look at this motherfucker like, bro, really? Like
I tried to lose this nigga on purpose, and he still.
I look at this motherfucker like, really? Like,
Why'd you do that, Mike?
You just gunned it on me.
Mike, why'd you do that?
He look at me.
I don't know why I did it.
It was just back in the day we would just drive fast.
Yeah.
He looked at me and then he hit on the gas and kept going. And I just got behind him, and then we just got to Dorney Park.
But it was unsaid shit. He knew I wasn't doing it like deliberately, but he knew I was doing it like, all right, come the fuck on.
I'm gonna gun this motherfucker because he didn't hit the easy pass. But it was just like when I caught up to him, it wasn't like, oh, like I did it just to like fuck you over. Like I wanted you to get lost. It was just like I did it just to do it.
No.
Now the same shit happened to us on our way home. You remember on the way home?
On the way home, but then the Atlantic City shit. I was messing with a girl in West Philly, right?
Oh my god!
Never let a bitch drive my car.
And she tried to tell me that it takes an hour and a half to get to Atlantic City. Why the fuck would she tell me that? Right? Mm-hmm. So I'm like, it don't take an hour and a half to get to Atlantic City. Yes, it does. My boyfriend said it takes. I said, fuck your boyfriend. It takes 45 minutes door to door to get to Atlantic City.
45.
I said, I could pick DayDay up and it'll still take me 45 minutes.
45.
Don't you know I picked her up,
76.
picked DayDay up, and went to Atlantic City, and it took me 45 minutes.
Well, Mike, let me pause you for a second. You do the literal math, you were going double the speed limit.
But that was the point.
Yeah.
That was the point. She was trying to say that it was going to take me an hour and a half even if I went 100, but I went 120.
So
she doesn't know the math?
No.
It's simple math.
No, the bitch was stupid.
Slang. The problem was...
I don't mean to call her a bitch.
The girl was...
Too late.
It's too late. The girl was with a dude...
A fucking cornball.
Didn't want to take her nowhere.
Yeah.
So he would like make excuses
This is all Kurt's fault.
He would make excuses up to like not take her places. But me and Mike would be going to these places like every other week. Like we was in AC every other week. Yeah. So it was like
we would literally go eat at the food court.
It was like a challenge. It was like almost a challenge. He was like, yo, last week we went to AC and it took us 45 minutes.
Called me at like 2 in the morning.
And the girl was like, there's no way it takes 45 minutes to get to Jersey. It's Jersey. And it's all the way down to the beach. And he like proved her point. But you never forget, during that trip, the girl, so I was in the back seat because
no,
Mike
remember
was in
when
the
he got
front
her dumbass friend?
The girl,
like Jadakiss?
Oh my god. The girl, let me talk about that. The girl was so stupid. We driving. The girl tried to turn Mike's shifter from drive.
She was fucking retarded.
Park while we driving. The shit hit neutral. No, we was doing like 80, and the bitch hit his car into neutral, and it almost hit into reverse. It was like into reverse, and Mike smacked her hand so fast that it went back into neutral. But like, I don't know what the fuck was going to happen at that point. We was doing like 80, and she tried to switch his car into neutral. Yes,
Kurt was in the back seat.
The crazy part about the whole story is we get to AC in 45 minutes.
On about a minute. About a minute.
At the actual minute that we left Philly. And Mike then takes this bitch on the most magical Atlantic City trip. Shit, I wanted to be on a date with this nigga Mike. This nigga went on rides.
I've never been on a ride in Atlantic City.
Teddy bears. This nigga was the ultimate nigga. This girl had a boyfriend, mind you. He do this shit. He not this girl's dude. He do this shit off of the fact to prove a point.
And what the point he was proving, Mike?
I was doing it, but the problem was I was doing it like they didn't say I was doing it all to prove a point.
What was the point, though, Mike? What was the point?
The fact that her boyfriend was lying and he was
no, they didn't say it. The point was I could get to Atlantic City in 45 minutes, and within that hour and a half, I took on 3 rides.
Busted the nut and then went home.
He didn't fuck while I was there.
No, I didn't.
But he didn't fuck while I was there because that's not cool.
I didn't fuck while DayDay was
But
there.
he
No.
damn sure got cheeks from
I did.
his shorty. He
I did.
damn sure bought the shorty. But it was just at a different time.
As you should, like,
But
go out.
it was the whole. It wasn't even that. That wasn't even a fact.
But that wasn't.
And if y'all watched the live earlier, it was the whole fact of y'all know Josh. Y'all heard Josh. You heard DJ Aki. That was the whole situation.
That was the point.
The whole point was the fact that
No.
her boyfriend at the time
Talk about the other girl. We're
was
not gonna say her
lying.
name. We're not gonna say her name.
She had a friend.
No, that wasn't even.
That wasn't even her friend. She had another shorty that worked at the same job that Mike also bagged. And then like was like, yo, bro,
I don't want
I
it.
can't fuck with this girl.
I said you take it.
You fuck with this girl. I said, bro, what? He alley-ooped off the backboard a girl to me. And I said, all right, I'm gonna try to take this shit off the backboard
This
and
shit got
dunk it.
This shit got Anderson.
The shit didn't work. We go to the 4th of July fireworks. I go with this girl. This girl gets lost looking for somebody. You know, 4th of July, down Penn's Landing, down any area. We was near the fucking, where was we near? Fuck. Near the fucking
Near the
art
art
museum.
museum.
Yeah, we near the art museum.
Parkway.
I bring this girl to the Parkway.
Which you shouldn't have
I
brought that
shouldn't
hoe.
have brung the bitch. But, stop. Shorty.
Oh my god.
I don't know. I was drinking.
Anything.
At this point, bitch, I bring the girl to the shit, drive her all the way up there. We walk into the fucking place to see the goddamn fireworks. The girl say, my friend is supposed to be coming up here. We trying to find her.
You never
okay.
saw her again.
I said, all right, where's she at? She here. Let's go there. We get to an intersection where there's a light. I cross the light. The girl don't cross the light. She turn around. She walks the other way. At that point, I lose her. I call her. Yo, where you at? I'm trying to find you. Where you at? The whole night, every hour, I'm trying to call this girl. She's nowhere to be found. Must have found some other dudes or whatever the fuck she was doing. I don't care. I find Mike randomly, literally randomly. Yo, I'm down at the fireworks. Who down here on like MySpace or Facebook? And Mike said, yo, we out here with the UN.
And I said, I'm at such and such, and he pulled right up.
I pull up to the exact corner that this man is on because if you give me a location, I'll be there in 15 minutes if it's 15 minutes away. Literally. If you tell me that till today,
Yeah.
give me a location, give me a time, I'll be there 15 minutes early.
Yeah.
So he told me, yo, I'm here. We there. We have a great time. After it's over, I said, I'm going to still try to take this girl home because I brought this girl here.
I told you leave her ass alone.
He said, fuck that girl. My cousin was with me. No, my cousin was with me.
Now, is this teenage Mike talking?
Yes, basically.
Okay.
I said,
My cousin was
fuck
with
that
me, who
girl.
was with his own chick that he brung, that was with him the whole time. Because she wanted to fucking ride home. Was with him the whole time.
Why you hide your face, Mike?
Because he no longer with this chick.
I got
and
nothing.
It was a crazy situation of how he got out of that situation.
Yeah.
But Manny know what the fuck happened. At the problem was that Shorty was with a chick. She was with a chick. So it was like at a point where I was like bringing two extra, like I was bringing the extra chick and the chick that I was with, plus the chick that my homie was with in the car, right? So it's 5 people in the car. And it got to a point where like when it was dissipated, it was like so crowded. You couldn't necessarily hear somebody on the phone. So I was trying to call this girl, trying to get this girl into my car to get her home because if I bring you there, I'll bring you home. That's my situation. Like I'm just I'm just a nice guy. So I'm like, I'm gonna bring her home. The girl never answers the phone. Not alone, like answers and can't hear me.
She's
Mhm.
still
But
ain't
just
answering the call.
bitch ain't never answer my phone. That's why she a bitch. Cause she ain't never gonna answer the shit. She ain't never gonna watch this fucking live. That's why she a bitch. And she knows who she is and
This
she
nigga
do watch
is
the live, but
crazy,
she
man.
don't know who she is. Cause she
Hold on,
won't
y'all. I'm
watch.
getting a drink real quick.
But so look, I'm sitting there like, how I get ghosted by a person that I bring to a situation. Like if I bring you to the situation, how I get ghosted, and I was just trying to make sure that you made it home safe. We was at the fucking riverfront, like we at the art museum, and
And
you live in West Philly.
She lived at 58th and
She
Heppisfield.
lived in
Remember that?
Hempstead. She didn't even know what she was from, like New York. She was in Philly and didn't even know what was going on. So I was trying to make sure she was fine. To this day, this girl ain't answer my phone calls, bro. My text message and nothing. So I just said fuck it, but it was weird because like a couple days after that, it was like a subliminal Facebook or MySpace message about me. It was a weird like niggas ain't shit post, and it was just like I know she ain't talking about me because I damn sure ain't shit nigga in this whole situation.
Right.
Like it just. And then after that, we just got to a situation. I just forgot about the girly.
Man, this was a great pod. We got to end
Bro.
it at some point because otherwise we're going to just go on and talk
Bro.
about stories that don't matter.
You talk about
Wow. All right.
you talk about pulling up to people's cribs. Y'all watched it.
Wow.
If y'all was watching Gonzaga. Oh my God.
What I miss?
If y'all was watching Gonzaga.
Oh my God.
During this
Listen.
live.
Listen.
Oh my God.
Thank you for coming to the Money Day episode of the Mike Money Experience.
You are lit, bro.
God.
You could have
We
been.
gotta bring a part 2, Mike, where we talk about after high school.
Yeah, we're going. We definitely gonna do a part 2. But you could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with me, Derek. Go be with your wife. Go be with your loved ones. I see you eating. You need
I'm
to
playing
eat.
Final Fantasy.
You're playing Final Fantasy.
Playing Final
Mhm.
Fantasy. That thing was free on the PSN, baby.
Mhm.
I saw that. What's the name? Wanted us to get on Clubhouse, so maybe we can get on Clubhouse after this.
Oh yeah, she did say that. Okay. All right.
He's talking on Clubhouse.
Just let me know. We're gonna hop on Clubhouse. We're gonna drink a little more, and then we're gonna.
That's what she wants. She wants to hear Drunk Mike
Oh my God.
Let's
All
go.
right.
or Drunk Money Day.
I'm in the mix.
We about to hop on Clubhouse.
All right.
Start a Clubhouse.
All right.
All right. Bye.